Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So listen, you guys, the family or the siblings is back there by the Sun City, okay? And a lot is happening. I do like the fact that the service that they're getting at Sun City, everybody is happy, the food, the everything. It looks like they're really making sure that everybody is okay, okay? I don't think we saw the rooms. Did we see the rooms? I didn't see the rooms because I wanted to see, okay, are they not going to fight over who's getting the best room? Which always happens on a reality show. I guess you guys, they had enough drama going on this trip that they did not feel the need to show us how they get there rooms, if they're happy with the rooms and all of that, you guys. But there is a scene because when they arrive, below decides, listen, you guys, we need to go chill by the pool a little bit. Let's go change and whatever. They are all in their Sun City outfits, ready to go inside the pool if there's a need. I liked how cute everybody looked, you guys. Even Snare is looking cute these days. Okay, you can see that Snare has a J-O-B. Everybody has been on Snare's business about getting a job, and Snare has gotten a job, and nobody's talking about the fact that Snare has a job, okay? In fact, she now has two jobs. She looks really cute, you guys. And I do like the fact that when it comes to the diary sessions, okay, they are making sure that everybody looks really good, okay? And you can see that they don't dress themselves. You can see the makeup is on point. You can see the hair is on point. And there is no feeling of maybe this one got an intent to do their makeup, or this one, they really look good in the diary session. I love it, okay? So there is a scene where now everybody's by the pool. Vuyo is there as well, I guess, with how who did she walk away with? Now I'm thinking because she had said the friend is coming at night. But anyway, you guys, I'll go and rewatch. But when Tirolo is walking, because everybody is now by the pool, when Tirolo is walking towards everybody, Vuyo and this other person, I don't know if that was Snare's friend, because Nay arrived with a friend as well. Remember the friend she was having a conversation with, talking about the treatment that she's getting from the siblings. There is a friend that is there on the trip. So when she comes, Tirelo Vuyo walks away. I think Vuyo is trying to avoid Tirelo. And I don't know if it's intentional, but it looks that way, you guys. Because even later on, when they get into the pool, it's like Tirelo and Sneh are on the other side, and then Vuyo is on the other. She's making sure to keep a distance, to keep space between the two of them, you guys. The last we knew, they did not really have a problem with each other, except for the fact that they do date the same man. Okay, so I'm not understanding, but at the same time, who wants to be around a woman that is dating your man? Okay, so I kind of understand, you guys. So now Vuyo is on the other side and Tirelo is on the other side. Now she makes a comment to Tirelo to say, listen, because she was looking cute. At least this time she didn't ask Usne to buy her outfit. Her swimming costume, she bought it herself. Okay, so she was happy with it. She made a comment to say that we are cruising. I'm sitting like this in his heart. Okay, this is the thing that I say about Tirelo, because if you had to just take what she's saying, she's trying to tell us, I'm in love with Pumelelo, I'm happy with him, I'm enjoying the relationship, and we're just cruising. Everything is nice, everything is perfect. That's what she's communicating from the mouth. But everything else is giving us, you cannot be okay with this. So listen, I don't know, you guys. It's hard for me to buy what she is selling. Okay. So Mpilo and Mpumelelo had a conversation where Mpumelelo was just trying to tell him that she had a conversation with Uvuyo. I don't know if that was necessary for Mpilo to do, but I guess because Mpumelelo is her siblings, maybe she didn't want Mpumelelo to watch that scene, maybe, and feel like they were talking behind his back. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But she said, Guti, Vuyo was talking to her about the tension that they are having with Mpumelelo because something is going on with her. And Mpumelelo is like, listen, I'm not going to bother nobody here. And maybe she was telling you because she's thinking I'm going to maybe try and convince her maybe to spend time with me, convince her to change her mind, but I'm not about to do that. I'm staying away from her because we've talked about this long enough. So I'm not interested to talk. Basically, what I was saying, I'm not interested. I'm not going to talk to her. I'm not going to have a conversation with her. She said she doesn't want me anymore. Here's another one, you guys, that I don't buy. And listen, I did at some point feel like Mpumelelo doesn't like or doesn't love Uvuyo. But every time he talks about the breakup, there is something that changes in Pumelo's demeanor. It's like somebody that is trying very hard to be like, yeah, ngaliwe, so what? I'm okay. But what you are reading from him is like, you are not okay. Because there's nothing, you guys, that doesn't feel good more than somebody saying, I don't want you anymore. I don't want it to be part of my life. I'm not buying your BS anymore. I'm done. I'm over this. Okay. I don't care about you. Do whatever you want with your life. Okay. Nothing feels worse than that. Even when you don't like a person, it's like, so you also don't like me. Okay. It's like, I don't like you. I don't care. Okay. I'm done with you. I'm not going to try anymore. Okay. It just makes you feel, even if you really just didn't care that much, but to be told, it's okay, this is it, I'm done, okay? It doesn't feel good. I feel like that. So I feel like Mpumelelo, the thing that Utirolo is doing with Mpumelelo is doing with Uvuyo, where she's trying to tell us that he is okay. He is trying to tell us he is okay, but brother, okay? Yeah, but one thing about ukwaliwa is that it bothers the hell out of you, whether you want it. Whether you want to be bothered or not, but ukwaliwa, it bothers you guys. It's just a thing about somebody saying, I don't want you anymore, okay? I can live without you, okay? Especially if you thought you were the it, okay? Because Pumelo does think he is the it, okay? Anyway, you guys, and then there's a scene with Sneh and Tirelo where Sneh goes and speaks to Tirelo and like, okay, are you okay with Vuyo? Listen, you guys, and maybe really honestly, we can't blame the cast because, like I said, there are conversations where you can just clearly see this is not like naturally happening. It's not Usne ending up being next to Tirelo and Usne is concerned about Tirelo. No, you can see that this is something somebody said, listen, Sneh, please try and have this conversation with Tirelo, find out what's going on with her and Vuyo. And then she goes and it just feels like that. You guys, I don't know if you were feeling like it happened naturally. To me, it just feels like, that conversation didn't feel like it happened. They just happened to be, next to each other. And Sneh was so concerned about how Tirolo and Sneh is there to have fun. But I feel like there is a push that you are feeling behind the scenes to have certain conversations. So Sneh was asking Tirolo. Tirolo made a comment to say, you know what, Sneh is close to Vuyo. So when she said she was okay, it really was because maybe she feels like Usne was sent by Uvuyo to find out, which I don't think so, you guys, because like I said, it does kind of feel like Tirolo thinks about Vuyo more than Vuyo thinks about Tirelo. And maybe it's the same, maybe even Vuyo thinks about Tirelo the same way, but for some reason, I feel like Uvuyo is able to hide it, that she's thinking about Tirelo. Tirelo is just mentioning Uvuyo more times than Vuyo is mentioning Tirelo. So it makes me feel like Tirelo is worried about Vuyo more. It felt like that in this episode. And I thought it was the other way around. But in this episode, I feel like Tirelo is too worried about what's going on with Vuyo, okay? And also, you guys, they're also adults. I don't think that there's anything that prevents Tirelo from going to Vuyo and say, can we have a conversation? I feel like there's tension here between the two of us. What's going on, I don't feel like there's anything that stops them from doing that. And I'm not understanding because since most of the conversations that are happening on this show, you feel like there's somebody behind them pushing them to have a conversation. I don't understand why they are not pushing Uvuyo or Tirelo to just have a casual conversation to say, sis, are you okay? Okay. Pretending to care, because we know that they're pretending. I don't know why they are not wanting them to have that conversation. Maybe because they just want the tension to build up and build up and build up for that last confrontation that they are going to have at that dinner that they're going to have. I think maybe next episode, I'm not sure which episode it's going to be. So maybe they are intentionally keeping them apart. At the same time, there's a lot of mess that's going on, okay, on this side and on this side. There are things being said here, this side, this one is overhearing that conversation, this one. So by the time they sit at that table, okay, fireworks, obviously, because they haven't spoken. They're at the same place, but they're not speaking to each other. Because I think that if they wanted them to really be okay with each other, I think they would make a plan for them to sit casually and just have a conversation. Okay, the reason they're not doing it, maybe they just want, asbalinde badinwe, and then at the end, hopefully nobody punches. They try to throw punches because I don't feel like bialo physical. They try, maybe they don't. Remember, there's security there, you guys. Anyway, you guys, Usne makes that comment here to say, because obviously Tirelo was saying, I'm okay. Pelamini Pumelelo has told me what's happening. Guys, listen, if I'm wrong about this, you must remind me when you find out that I was wrong about it. When we can confirm I'm wrong about it. But I do feel like Tirelo is lying to us when she says that she knew about the virgin thing. No ways, you did not, sis. We were there when you got shocked. Like all of us got shocked. We saw you getting shocked as well. So I don't believe it. I don't buy it. That's why I'm saying, listen, Tirelo is selling something that I'm not buying. In this episode, I was like, I'm not buying it. Then, yeah, this is where she says that whole thing, because she was asking Usnego, okay, what do you think about what your brother is doing, Mpumelelo, the virgin thing and all of that, okay? And listen, you guys, I think that the siblings do try to stay away from Mpumelelo's drama, okay? And I think even with Usne, I think she tries. But I think in this instance, since they're doing the show, she looks like she's getting into their business a little bit more. And maybe that's why even later on she gets irritated by the whole thing, because everybody knows that they're there to work and the conversations that are supposed to take place. But then when she's asking questions and people are getting upset and all of and all of that, you guys. And she makes that comment of Vuyo being the mamkulu of Umjolo. And I did feel like Usne was a little bit messy, because everybody understands Usne to be closer to Vuyo, okay? And I think that the siblings are more closer to Vuyo because Vuyo has spent time with them. Remember, Vuyo had Umhlopekazi, and I guess she built a relationship with them before Tirelo came. So it's understandable that the siblings are more closer to Vuyo. So, but it did look a little bit messy because Utirelo was basically saying she knew about the virgin thing before it happened, but she's feeling sorry for the mamkulu of the Mjolo. Okay, number one, I know Vuyo is not gonna like being called mamkulu of the Mjolo. And then she was saying, hey Pela, you never know, maybe she was promised the position of mamkulu, okay, because you can see she's not happy. And then they are laughing about it. It felt messy, especially for Sne to be part of that, because Ne is known to be closer to Vuyo. So now she's laughing. They are basically making fun of Sne, and Tirelo are making fun of Vuyo, So, but then I guess it doesn't really matter. It won't really matter to Vuyo, because I guess she's exiting the family in a sense. She's only going to be a baby mama. Maybe she won't really care that much about, certain relationships and not being sustained and maintained, because she won't be part of the relationship. I don't know, you guys, but it looked messy for Sne to be laughing. Like, I understand Tirelo, guys, because I feel like a man that dates your boyfriend you're not gonna like, but for Sne it was a little bit messy to be involved in that, okay? But it was funny. I think I would have laughed as well if she said, okay, the mamkulu of them Mjolo, because obviously she was promised a position. Maybe she was promised a position of being a mamkulu, okay? Now, you guys, yes. Now, Tirelo says that she's just enjoying the relationship for now, and she's not worried about the positions. I'm not buying it, but maybe other people will buy. Maybe people will believe that really, honestly, Tirelo doesn't care about, the relationship, doesn't care about the positions, but the relationship. I do wonder, you guys, if Pumelelo broke up with Nosipo, he's already broken up with Uvuyo. And we are not really seeing him that much with Unosipho now online. We just saw the photos that were published and then it went quiet, okay? So if Mpumelelo breaks up with Nosipho and then Vuyo is gone now, and then now Tirelo is the only one that's left that we know about, because obviously they say possibly there are other girlfriends that we don't know about. So I do wonder, you guys, if Mpumelelo, when he is left with Tirelo only, decides, I'm not going to marry you first, I want to go find another virgin after Nosipho has broken up with him, I wonder how that would make Vuyo feel. I mean, Tirelo feel. Would she pretend that she's okay with the whole thing? Or would she now have a problem with the fact that she's not being made a mamkulu? Okay, because she's trying to tell her she doesn't care about the positions. I think if that happened, which can possibly happen because these girls are young, they can change their minds if they want to. That will tell us that what she says, that she doesn't care about positions, is true if that had to happen, okay? But right now we don't know, because she wasn't even if Puelelo decided to marry them in a sequence to which he met them, she will still not be number one, okay? So that's why I think it's easy for her to convince people that she doesn't care about the positions, but I'm not buying it, you guys, okay? I'm not buying it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll talk about the next scene in the next video. Please do like the video before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers.